Here we are playing ping pong, and Zarna has told me now her rate has gone up because...
Yeah, because action was not included in this contract. I'm sorry.
That's not what I thought you meant by action, so that's
yeah,
why
no,
I
this is
out.
action. Hello, I don't get to just sit and talk. This, oh my God, my arm, so much work.
Yeah, this is a lot of work.
Bring some Vicks, bring some Bengay, somebody massage my shoulder. Where are all the people?
I feel like Vicks is our, like in my big fat Greek wedding where it was Windex, it's
yeah,
Vicks for us.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, people love using Vicks for pretty much anything.
That, of course, my kids too. They're like, I broke my arm, I'm like, Vicks.
Yeah, that's all. Start with that at least.
Yeah.
Start with that.
I have doctors in the family, so basically I'm a doctor.
Oh yeah, it rubs off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. My wife's a pharmacist. It just
a pharmacist. She knows more than the doctor. That's actually for real. She knows.
It does. People will trust a pharmacist with medicine, of course.
Yeah, of course. They know what's happening.
That's ultimately what you need a doctor for, is just to give you the drug.
Yeah.
So why not just cut right to the chase? You know, one thing that I found interesting is I hosted a show that I think you actually watched, which was called Desi Chain.
Yes.
And you know what it was, for the people who are tuning in, I do have to explain this. So what it was on Facebook. It was kind of the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It was a way of connecting our community to see, like, if you know this person, do you know that person? Can you bring them into the Zoom? And it started in the Jewish community. They brought it to the Desi community. It's still going strong in the Jewish community. Didn't quite take off in our community, and I think there were some reasons for it. So that was one thing that we started discussing, you and I, which was, one of the things was, I was like, I'm really big on inclusion, right? That's a big thing. I wanted to make sure we had not just straight, we had LGBTQIA, not just the traditional Hindu. I wanted to make sure we had Muslim and Christian and atheist and everything else and age and everything. Every single barrier was a barrier, but we kind of got over a lot of it. The one that we did not really pierce was, and I use these terms affectionately, the ABCD FOB divide. We had a hard time getting from people born in this country, American-born confused Desis, and then fresh off the boat, people who were born in India and came here. Why is that?
Because you and I both know the divide exists. Can we not pretend it doesn't exist?
And this is the first I realized that it does.
100% it exists. And I do happen to have one foot in both sides, because I was born and raised in India. I'm as immigrant, like literally, like with the papers, cross the border and all of that, as an almost adult. So I get it. And then, you know, the ABCDs have their own view, and I've been friends with, I came here at 16. So college, law school, a lot of defining experiences.
10 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the divide is real, you know that.
It is.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting is not only that it's real, but also that like when you go to a party, and if there are people who are born and brought up in India, born and brought up here, it will kind of segment out into two different groups.
Yeah, it's true. And I get it, like, you know, both sides have a chip on their shoulder about something.
What is the chip on the shoulder for the people born and brought up in India?
I mean, I'll tell you, because like as a mother, I'm very fobby.
Okay.
And I
think
that's
the base. That's your persona.
Right. And it's real, and it's inside, like how I feel. I'm like, I think the ABCDs complain too much. Have, you know, relative to their immigrant parents, have had it easier. Now, yes, I understand the other side of it, because what the ABCDs complain about is that no parent of theirs takes their life seriously and takes their complaints seriously, and there is truth to that. We, like, as an immigrant, I'd be like, whatever, she doesn't like you, get over it. You know, we don't understand a world of where, like, I need therapy and all that. Like, you know, that's taboo in our culture.
And it still is.
Completely. I have members of my own family that are therapists, and I'm like, that's not a real job. You know.
What do you suggest that they do? Just get over it?
Well, listen, think of what a brutal world you come from if you leave everything behind to make a new life. Like, we had to get over everything.
Sure.
There's no therapy for us. We just came and we were like, okay, I haven't really seen my mom in 20 years. Okay, fine, whatever, that's life. It has happened. This is reality for a lot of immigrants.
It is, but I don't think everybody dealt with it as well as they probably
should. Oh, no,
have.
neither did I. Like, there's a lot of drugs in my life and my
I was going to say, so it came out somehow.
No, yes, but we weren't debilitated by it. We weren't sitting there going like, life is so unfair.
But do you think, okay, but in fairness though, comedians and people who are going to complain about that for comedic effect, right, are exaggerating it, right? As far as in real life, actual ABCDs, I'm not debilitated by it.
I think you may not be, but
and most of my friends are not.
We see a lot. Oh, maybe it's just a conversation thing. Maybe it's just something people like to talk about and bond about.
Right.
My mom made me, easy to pick on your mom and dad, right? It's easy. But I'm telling you that the Forbes will tell you if they could.
Please,
this generation is too whiny. They've had it. We've given them everything. I'm not saying they're right.
But do you think that's a generational thing, or you think it's a immigrant thing? Like you came from one country to another?
I think it's an immigrant thing. I think if you came here, you left everything and came here. Presumably, that's how immigrants usually get here. The pain is deep.
Of course.
And we don't deal with our own pain at all, right? Because we don't believe in therapy or anything. At least I believe in drugs, so I'm very fixed now. But
fixed and then broken.
Yeah, this has been very fixed up. But you know what I mean? So we don't deal with our own pain, and then we don't know what to do when our kids express that some kind of pain. It's a different pain, but a pain nonetheless. So we think, well, I powered through 30 years of being miserable. What's your issue?
But we don't want to be miserable.
That's the thing, and that's where being American comes in. You don't want to be miserable and sacrifice.
But why should we be miserable?
But listen, an Indian person will tell you life by definition is misery.
But I don't think it is.
But there you go. Now
it's
you
not
see
a struggle.
The great divide in play right here.
It's not. It's not supposed to be. I think that it is for some people, but isn't that karam? Isn't that the whole idea of like if you have the resources to? This is what a friend of mine once said about Eminem. She goes, "What's the deal? This guy has $200 million. He can't go to therapy. He still has to bitch and claim." And of course that's his persona, is to be angry. But at a certain level, you go, I have people in my life who are miserable, and I'm like, you have capability though. You're empowered. You make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. You can't take a day off and go like. You don't have to go to a therapist, but you can't meditate or go to the beach or just chill the f out. Like, what's wrong with you? And they think they're dealing with it, but they're not. They're making everybody else miserable.
But they're okay with it.
But that they shouldn't be okay with it.
See, this is the thing. I mean, listen. Not a single Indian mother did comedy, and they were like, okay, we don't laugh. As a people, we don't laugh.
Do you find that's true?
Yes.
Okay, so because when I
tell them you are in here, you laugh for free. Now you already paid the ticket. The laugh is free.
You may as well laugh.
Relax. And they're like, oh. Like you see them recoiling, they're like, oh, yeah, okay. They're thinking about it.
They're thinking about whether they should laugh. Is that unique to Indians?
I think so.
To South Asians, whatever you want to call us?
I think so. I think our culture is actually afraid to laugh.
Why is that?
So much guilt. There's so much baggage. Like if you're happy,
but every culture has guilt and baggage. Catholics have more guilt than anybody.
Yeah, but they drink. So then they're like, fine, okay, we have a good day, mate. Like what's a good day in the Indian culture?
What's a good day?
Yeah, like your parents having a good day. Like I'm sure it's not including like mom and dad going to the pub.
No, of course it's not.
If you're gonna sit
but that's their problem.
That's what I'm saying. Like culturally,
they should come to the comedy club and laugh. That's where we can agree. Totally. That's where we can totally agree.
Exactly. So it's a thing. And
I just think that there's this whole idea of people thinking that they're handling stuff. And this isn't just Indians, this is in general. People have this thing where
I need to win some points here.
Okay, if you want to keep track. I mean, trust me, no one wants to keep track against me.
Okay, I am gonna keep track. Everything is tracked. See that? Oh, I'm not gonna keep track. You see what he just did?
That's what I'm showing you why you don't want to. So
I take you down now, bitch. Then I can also talk like this.
That's how you know we're having a good discussion. Because if I start losing the discussion, I just start winning at ping pong. I'm like, all right, the hell with this.
See that? See this?
Yeah, that's exactly
okay.
Yeah,
now we're going to play my way. Okay, I will hit the ball from here.
That's cheating. Oh, I see. I was like, what? How do we cheat?
Here,
oh, okay. We don't even need the table. We don't even need the table.
Okay, that is the point. Don't you guys come at me with the rules that I make the rules.
You're the TikTok expert,
right?
I mean, right? How many views do you have on TikTok? I mean,
I'm not gonna flex, but
no flex. This is a place to flex.
No.
Have you seen the studio? It is all flex. It's all a Rajiv flex. I want my guests to flex too.
Okay, fine. If you really insist, 50, 60 million.
50 or 60 million views?
Yeah.
But come on, is it 50 or 60?
Closer to 60.
You're giving your son's height as 5'7" ¼ Don't tell me you don't know if
it's closer to 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, no, it's not an ad.
No,
Congratulations.
like, I've been working at it for a year. I was hoping to be a little further along.
A year. Do you think that's a long time?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay. What do you
See,
mean
this is a thing. Here in Hollywood,
Yeah.
everybody will be like, I've been doing it for 10 years.
Right.
Like, I get it,
Sure.
but they're like young. See, I am 1 foot in the grave. Like, every one of my
You're not going to
years
get married.
matters.
You're Hindu.
No, but
Well, you're
it's
1 foot in the urn.
Yes, exactly. So I gotta be really careful. 1 year in my life at this stage is a long time.
That's true.
So I gotta be like, I gotta move faster.
Every year counts.
Yeah.
It's getting shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
It's
can
not-
only move so fast, so I also sabotage other people's accounts.
And now, how do you do that? Because I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, you just put like the easiest way to kill somebody's vibe, like somebody's post is doing well, be like, this is so racist. In Indian culture, we would never.
Oh, that's good. Just
And
pull
then
that
it
card.
kills the vibe for
that
them.
card.
Oh, other people do it on my account too all the time. But
Oh, what do
I-
they say? Do
It
you read
says
those comments?
Oh my god. My TikTok comment section, shameless plug, is so lit, it's crazy.
What?
People spend hours, I'm not kidding, people spend hours scrolling through the comments. There's 3,000 kids fighting with each other in the comment
Oh,
section.
that's amazing. What a legacy.
And during the Olympics, I posted this whole thing about how it's so expensive to be an athlete, which I actually, because I have 3 kids at least,
Yeah,
somewhere in that range, I know how expensive it is. You'll see when you start paying for tennis lessons, it's just freaking expensive.
Yeah.
So I posted, I was like, okay, now I get why India doesn't have all these, medals and like all our lives. Oh, a billion
don't
people,
we
no
have
medal.
more
We don't have the
medals?
money, we don't
Just
have
an
the
air rifle one
infrastructure,
year.
right? Like,
Yeah.
or even that maybe.
Yeah.
So all these kids got so heated about it. They're all doing research. They're like, well, in 1998, they won for this and that and whatever.
Oh, so you're prompting them to learn.
Well, I'm
You're kind of
prompting
goading them into it.
I said there are no swimming pools in India, which it was my experience. Like my husband grew up in Delhi. He didn't see a swimming pool till he came to America.
That's interesting.
And then like all these kids went and did research on how many swimming pools there are in India.
Well, only the infinity pools at the 5 stars.
And at the Taj Hotel.
Behind, like,
That
barriers.
doesn't count.
That does not count. I don't think you can do laps in the infinity pool when people are trying to take their wedding photographs.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work too well.
But it's that kind of provocation that gets people interested,
them.
it's a little provocative, but not really. But it's also interesting enough that they're like, could this be true? It makes you think, could this be true?
And is it true?
I don't know. They're finding out for me. They're also my research people.
So you put it out there. So you're kind of a reverse journalist. Like they do the research and then they write the piece. You're like, let me make the piece, and then we'll find out
Exactly.
if it's real.
I'm like, yeah, sure, find out. Let me know.
Let me know what you find. That's why you're scrolling through the comments yourself.
Exactly.
What are give me an example of something that you put out there that's one of your moments where you're like, oh my gosh, this was like a video you posted and then you had all this argument. What's a great example?
Like right
I've
now,
scrolled through a lot of your
right
TikToks
now,
and Instagram.
I have a video of me making a roti.
Okay.
And my son, I tell him, I'm like, if you want to eat a hot roti, Jennifer or Susie not gonna make it for you.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, but like I got people like on every platform. You're racist, she's racist. Why can't Jennifer make a roti? Susie can learn to make a roti. Do a roti tutorial. What's your job then if you're not going to teach them how to make a roti? Why can't he make his own damn roti? It could be Jake, it could be Paul. It went like in every direction.
So good.
It's an 11-second video that has created so much engagement. It's wild. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I am racist. I don't know. I didn't think about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I spend a whole night to get 11 seconds of something out of it, so I can totally understand what you're saying. That's incredible.
Again, that was him.
PG-13. That's what we do here. PG-13. Walk the line. So that's great. So it's a provocation. You found a way to tap in, but do you go into it going, this is going to be provocative or it's going to be funny?
You know what? This is where being a mom helps. I know what triggers my kids. Like when I say that stuff to my kids in real life,
They go, Mom.
They're exactly. How can you say that? You're not allowed to say that. So I know. So now I record those moments.
Oh, that's good.
Because
They're your own focus group.
yeah, and I know it's so predictable what's gonna trip them at this point.
Yeah, right.
That I can lay
You
a
get the
trap
pattern.
and I get it right away. I'd be like, oh, I don't think you should eat that. Okay, Bridge, you eat. The boy can eat, not Zoya. She's a girl. She's got, And then immediately she's like, oh my God, Mom, I can't believe you said that. And I captured it by then.
Oh, that's good.
I don't even need any more. I just cut it off with you can't eat Zoya and that's it.
Yeah, you don't need more content. Just put enough out there.
I just have to put the idea of it out there.
Yeah.
And then people have their own interpretations.
And nobody else is really doing this.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, listen, no, there's no way to say that because like,
that's why it's a question.
There's like millions of,
But there's billions of us and no Olympic medals, so there's millions of, there's only one Zarna Garg. It's possible.
So the thing is, you're a stand-up comedian and you'll appreciate this. A lot of digital comedians, a lot of people creating all kinds of content. I'm also a writer, and that part I think no one's doing. Like, I take pride in the jokes I write.
Right.
And I love, it's something I pride myself on. The technical aspect of the joke, the delivery in a club.
Sure.
And then blending the world of digital comedy, and that is a different thing. So I can tell you with some confidence, no one is doing the stand-up bit the way I do it.
Sure.
Because, there is an art to it, as you know.
Of course.
It's not just standing there and babbling. It's like, people don't know because stand-up comedy is so new in our culture.
Like, oh, you're funny, just go up there and just say whatever. Anything you say is funny.
So this is where, when you said, how long have you been doing it? In theory, 2 years. But my whole life, I've been pushed on stage.
Oh, okay, so not just like cracking jokes at parties, but you mean like on a stage?
Like somebody's birthday, you go do the speech.
Okay.
In fact,
that's a thing.
You go, because Indian aunties, I remember once a very big birthday event we went to, and all my friends got together and wrote a speech combined, they did, about the birthday girl. And like, literally they were at a loss, so they were like, A for amazing, you're so amazing. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, 25 more of these.
No, we cannot do this. So I got up there and I did a speech. Now, today I know it's stand-up. But back then I had no idea. But I've been doing that my whole life.
It's interesting you say that, because when people ask me, when did you start? In a comedy club in Cincinnati, that's one thing, but I was performing for all these holy events, Diwali events, with literally 1,000 people there. I mean, it was a huge event. People go, so you were doing this when you were 13? I go, and then comedian, you get a little bit like, in a room of comics, in a green room, do I really want to say I've been doing it since I was 13, when Dave Chappelle really got on stage when he was 14 years old?
Right.
No, not like that. But yes, you're right. What makes it harder, I think, for us is that those aren't comedy rooms. Like when you perform, a lot of people don't even know that there's going to be a comedian. People are milling about. You have to like get their attention. And if you're not funny in the first minute, the Desi audience isn't going to sit there quietly and watch. They're barely going to watch if you're funny. Then once you get them,
exactly,
then they will watch.
Even if you're funny, they're going to be like, I don't know. Wait, listen,
when's the food?
And I'm guilty of it. My whole family. Like, I've gone into movie theaters in the last 2-3 years in India. Before the credits, and in the Indian movies, the credits come first, right? They tell you the producer, the director.
They want to get their credit before they leave.
They're tweeting, like the movie hasn't started. They're like, the beginning was very boring. It's been 1 minute. Like, I'm dying. As a creator, I'm like, could you give them a minute, please? But my own family, like my brother will fan out and they say, don't bother coming in. If you haven't parked, don't park. I'm like, oh my God.
That is incredible.
It's brutal, right? Brutal. Our culture is brutal. So I've done Zoom shows, as like everybody. I have a big Zoom comedy business now because I do a lot for corporates and whatever. I did Zoom shows for Indian uncles, and I'm sure you have too.
Oh right? Yeah, many times.
Like 100 people in the windows. Like,
you
and then as you're doing the set, like in my case, because also I'm a woman, so double whammy. As I'm doing the set, the chat, the chat box, she's not funny.
That's what I have to look at.
She's not funny. That wasn't funny. This is not our sanskar. Okay, that was a little funny. And then the next day,
okay, that was a little. It's amazing how good that feels then.
Yeah,
they've really broken you down and
I'm
throw you a cracker.
I'm like, I still have 29 minutes to go, yo.
Right.
And then the next day, they're tweeting my jokes as if it's theirs.
Oh.
The next day they're like, oh, I saw a Yelp review of a cardiologist and the Yelp review was 5-star, but probably the people who would have given it a bad review died.
It's a good joke.
Yeah, but like they use it.
That wasn't that funny.
Yeah, see, there you go. See? See this?
Yeah, exactly. Living proof.
Living proof. But the chat is brutal. You're doing the show and during the chat they're like, oh, I think she was talking about Shubha. Like I made some kind of joke about a friend and they're like, I think I know who it is. I'm like, oh my God, you so don't know.
Yeah.
This is just a joke.
You're
it's
like,
nothing.
but it really wasn't about Shubha though, right?
Well,
yeah, Shubha, she's got her own issues. So.
Yeah.